What's going on, everybody? Thank you for the sub, Alicorn Piggy. What's up, Hobby Ham? Good to see you between meetings. I've got a special guest. Where's my baby? You can't even see her. Oh, that's a good baby cat. She hopped up right as the start, like as I was setting the notifs out, and she just hung out. She's so fucking cute. So, ooh, what do I mean by spooky Minecraft stream exactly? Exactly what do I mean? What do I mean? I'm about to sanitize an ancient city. Process started. Me and Kenj in chat. Good to see you, Kenj. Appropriate timing. Me and Kenj gonna claim and sanitize an ancient city. We already started the process a while back. And yeah, let's get into it. I don't know how many more shriekers I'm gonna have to get rid of, but the warden very, very deeply scares me. It's a great design, great horror. So, considering I have a skeleton city that I've been working on, a necropolis within the Nether, and I'm working on. I covered as many as I could. That is okay, man. I covered a lot too. You summoned the warden like 7 or 8 times. I was like inching my way along. I was like, oh, there he is again. I was like, Kenj, are you okay, bro? Eloquent Piggy, I'm ADHD maxing right now, watching this and Grump stream at the same time while cooking lunch. Yeah, I get it. Dude, speaking of the Grumps, I've been doing, catching up on commissions and making very good progress. What? Oh, because I signed out on my other shit. Okay, fine, whatever. Signing into Microsoft account. Wait for it. I'm just gonna have to. I think I'm just gonna reset, honestly. Because it's being a dickhead. Let's do it again. But yeah, I've been watching through all of their FMV games, which they made a playlist for specifically because I fucking love FMVs. I love cheese, both culinarily and within the context of entertainment or media. It's been so much fun. I'm in Legend of Zelda Wand of Gamelon right now. Goddamn, so funny. I didn't realize how much, like I did a little bit, but you really hear it going back to the very old streams where it's like, damn, their voices changed a lot as they datified. Come on, man. Does this need to update or something? I did not think so, otherwise I would have tried it before the stream. Sorry I'm a little late, by the way. I was helping Moxie get ready for an appointment. They're doing this 24/7 Ghoul Grump stream for the month of October. It's been awesome having it on in the background. So, yeah, I was wondering about that. Is it just playing every single episode of Ghoul Grumps? Got it. That's a smart strat. Maeve, see you later. I love you. All right. Very cool. So, what the fuck now? Hold on a second. Maybe if I do this. Hey. I spent a good couple of hours trying to get Minecraft to work specifically on the Steam Deck. Kenj, chill vibes have no start or stop time. Chill vibes happen. That's true. Alicorn. Chill vibes arrive precisely when they mean to. Yes. All right. Well, I guess this is fucked. Let's try again. Hold on, let me see if it needs an update. Cause. Okay. It's kind of a Hail Mary. Might have to shut down my Switch and restart it. Come on, dude. Throw me a bone. I'm thinking about getting the new Pokemon game, but I don't have any money. But I'm thinking about it. Technical difficulties are like seasoning for streams. That's true. That's very true. Do you want it for you? Oh, maybe, maybe. I might, um, I might get it before then. Um, but we shall see. We shall see. It depends on I I have finally finished. Total time for it was a 122-hour commission. Oh no, no, it's okay. Um, but I got what the fuck is happening right now, man? Shit. Yeah, 122 hours. It's a very, very high detail illustration commission. Wasn't even animated. But it's finally done. That was one of the things that I got right before I hit burnout. Basically, just to put it into perspective for how long it was, not the drawing, in a sense, I guess, maybe, but we had the month of animation, right? The server, join the Discord if you are interested. By the way, we do some fun stuff, and it's just generally immaculate vibes, immaculate crew. Join the Blackened crew. That means you, if you want to. But yeah, we did the month of animation, which for those who don't know is, I set up a prompt for, it's like Inktober, right? But for May, specifically regarding animation. And this time around, I decided to do just one single word verbs. So like jump or clap or dance or yada yada, you know, that kind of thing, right? One for every day of the month of May. The goal was to just like, you know, for me personally, I was like, whatever I can animate within an hour, I'm gonna try it. But if I take a little bit longer, or if I end up not having enough time to do more than half an hour, good to go. Anyway, it was a very, very demanding but very fun event. I didn't finish all of them. One champion is in chat right now, Kenjamin. The other is the wonderful Mo Chicken, who I'm actually going to shout out because he's a gem and more people should follow him. But there you go. We love Mo Chicken. But yeah, those two freaking magical people finished the entire challenge. Anyway, coming off the heels of that, I was like, you know what? I don't really have too many crazy projects in the docket. Maybe I'll use this opportunity to start one of my own personal projects as a little bit larger scale. I think maybe I have a little bit of momentum and I have a little bit of time. Let's make it happen. And I did a full storyboard, and I even recorded the voice lines, and I was just kind of getting to the meat and the potatoes of it, of starting this animation, right? And then I got like 3 or 4 unbelievably huge commissions. And then I hit burnout. I was like, oh man, great. Now I'm going to make some money. And then I just couldn't produce a single fucking thing. And I ended up being burnt out for months. And as I was coming out of burnout, I got fucking COVID because somebody brought it into the house. So even though I haven't left the house in a meaningful capacity in like since the pandemic started pretty much, and I've been so careful because my wife is high risk, all of a sudden someone brings it home to the house after going to like some kind of camp, and I'm like, well, fuck me running. I guess I'm just gonna not do shit. And finally, I'm back on the horse. I finished a huge commission. It's just been like, I think I'm finally getting my sea legs back a little bit. And on that note, let's see if I can actually sign in. Mo is fantastic, yes. Maeve's yelling at me. You know why? Because it's almost time. No, you got 20 minutes, girl. You got 20 minutes. Who do you think you are? Thanks, Matobi. I appreciate that. It seems that Minecraft is still under the weather. Because what the fuck? So that was more progress than we had seen before. So let's try again. Alicorn, I am also glad you're feeling better, and I'm also still mad about the situation. Yeah, I appreciate that. It's just so, little shit's so frustrating. And like, if I had the money and the capacity, I would be not living with my wife's family. But that is not the situation that I'm living in. I'm very happy to be supported. I'm very thankful and grateful. But like, damn, fuck. If and not really much I can do about it until I blow up. Along with the professional commission stuff, the freelance stuff, I am also kicking it into high gear in terms of producing my own shit. So hopefully, watch this space. Hopefully, YouTube will not just be a VOD archive. Speaking of which, while we're waiting for Minecraft to stop being a piece of shit, I wanted to ask chat. I know there aren't too many of you here, but those of you who are near and dear to me. I was wondering, do you think I should have a separate YouTube account for the VOD archive, as many content creators do, or do you think at this point it's fine as long as I have my shit organized into playlists and stuff like that? I was really thinking about it. I've been thinking about it constantly, and I don't know how much of a pain in the ass it is to divide a channel. To leave it as is? Okay. Yeah, I agree! Let's start a gay commune homestead. Matovi, it's not so much about organization as much as it is YouTube's algorithm fucking you over. Oh, okay. So it's just all of the VODs that I'm posting that are pretty much for posterity, not getting any views. YouTube's like, well, I don't really think the world needs to see you. Yeah, they prefer you have a consistent type of content. Interesting. That's a good point. It's a very good point. It's very good. I'm definitely wondering what is going on here. So shit is connected. YouTube is a nightmare. Yeah, I really haven't done more than getting my feet a little bit wet. Mato B, by the way, I genuinely love Mato B's content on YouTube. They do like retro game retrospectives and like basically kind of break down the history and significance of Sakura Wars, along with a couple of other titles, but mainly Sakura Wars and things involving localization, because they are very good at localizing things from Japanese to English, etc. Translating them, etc. But same name, Mato B, on YouTube. Highly recommend. Yeah, Sakura Wars is the big one. But once that's done, I'll be doing other stuff. I had a feeling. But you're welcome, yeah. And I don't say that shit willy-nilly. I greatly enjoy your content, so keep up the good work. I'm like, oh shit, this is so legit. Like the editing and everything. I'm like, damn, I'm actually chuckling over here. We switch. What's up? Oh, hold on a second. I'm gonna scroll up a little bit. YouTube is a nightmare. It's because AI Gore's dancing is bullshit, is what I read at first. It's Al Gore's dancing. I see. Fucking algorithm bullshit. Truly. Al Gore's rhythms. I get it, Kenjamin. That's a stupid joke. Well done. I'm sure you have some more zest in you before the stream is over. Hobby Ham. And with their new censorship shit, you probably want to curate that channel more, since there's probably more casual swearing and whatnot in stream. It's a very good point. I was just thinking about the project that I'm working on, and I was like, there's one stint of like just a bunch of very, very coarse language for the lols. So I don't know. Maybe it'll just be consistent. Alicorn Piggy. Okay, fun fact. One of the kids I used to nanny, his dad is the head of YouTube Gaming. Maybe I'll call him and ask to fix the fucking algorithm. Yeah, I'm sure that'll work. We switch. Hey, whoa, hey, look at that. I'm there. I like this song. Dan, I still think that Nintendo should have released a more hardware-intense TV-only version of the system alongside their Lite. That way, there could be the Nintendo DOM, Switch, and Sub. You know? Well said. This is Xbox, huh? This is Switch. I'm trying to do online stuff. It might not work. Now this is. Oh wait. Oh, Microsoft. Oh wait. So there's a server issue? Fuck! God damn it! Okay. Oh, that's so annoying. Okay, well, I guess I could do Plan B then. I broke this version of Minecraft over my knee. Fuck, that's so annoying. Okay, last week it was Amazon, now it's Microsoft. Time to single player, a Dirt Hut. Yeah, I mean, I like my stuff though. Nah, I'm gonna do Plan B, which is to do some art. It's been a banner month for large-scale web provider outrages. Seriously, I'm really angry right now. Let me go ahead and change the stream information after I I was at the crossroads between spooky art or spooky Minecraft, and the chips fell to spooky art. I mean, to spooky Minecraft. But now, seems like I don't have a choice. Doot. Maeve, why are you yelling at me? You silly little bean. Thanks for your patience. I'm gonna get some music up as well. I was considering doing more Darkstalkers art, but the brain chemicals are not firing from that. Hold on a second. Conceptually, it is not giving me too many chemicals. So let me go ahead and I think maybe another creature combination. What do you think? Dan, my regular map is far too intense to maintain a good frame rate on the Switch edition of Minecraft. You should do Mummies Alive and Mighty Max. Oh. I used to have a Mighty Max playset. Forget exactly which one it was. It was one that had like a lava guy, and yeah, he was like made of rock and magma or whatever. It looked kind of like the Titan from Hercules, you know. One sec. Come on. We got it. A cable. My shit's fully charged, so all things considered, I think I should be sitting pretty. Little HDMI, USB-C to HDMI situation, yeah. Mighty Max was the shit back then. Yo, you remember War Planets? Cowboys of Moo Mesa X Stone Protectors. Whoa. I don't get the reference, but Ken just seems to. We got a lot of connoisseurs of 80s media in chat. I love to see it. 80s and 90s. Okay. And this should work, hopefully. Knowing my luck, maybe not. Oof. Yeah. Oof. There we go. I want to see some Cowboys of Moo Mesa art. That's not happening. Well, I don't know, actually. I was compelled to doing some art of the dog shit Darkstalkers cartoon last stream, so maybe once again. All right, let's go. Art modes. It's me. All right. Bada bing, bada boom. All right, that was way smoother of a transition than I was anticipating. Let's get a YouTube window open. Oh yeah, you can see it right there. Look, I have it lined up with the title. Funny. 7 in a row. We're going streaking. That's a week of my streams. Matt B, there's a lot of Z tier TMNT wannabe cartoons from the 90s. It's good. It's good bad shit. You know it when you see it. Lunch is ready. Who wants rice-a-roni? I want some ronies and some rice. What flavor is it? Beef? Chicken? Dan, War Planets rings a bell. I swear I remember the toys for that one. Yeah, so there were these play sets, kind of Mighty Max style, where they show up little planets, right? And you open them up, and they each come with their own style of like aliens and stuff like that. I had the ice planet had these dudes that look kind of like what's his face from Mass Effect, the hot bug guy, Garrus, yeah. And they had these little pill bugs that looked like Metroid enemies that had cannons on their backs, and I was fucking obsessed with them, and I kept them in my pocket like at all times when I was a kid. I just take them around. And then there was one playset that was bigger than the other planets. It was this massive fucking like beach ball or basketball sized playset. It was this like dark planet, and it ate the other planets. You could feed the planets to this thing. It was awesome. It was awesome. And there was a mini series. There was always a fucking animated series. Yeah. Matobi, Biker Mice from Mars. You gotta be kidding. King Arthur and the Knights of Justice. Street Sharks I saw Street Sharks. Extreme Dinosaurs. Not familiar with the Stone Protectors, admittedly, said Kenj, but Moo Mesa was silly. Matobi, and almost all of them are on Blu-ray now thanks to Discotech. Bless them. We stand. Dan, it's a crime that you can't buy a legit set of Mighty Max on any modern format. I have fucking Samurai Pizza Cats and the full run of Beast Wars. I should be able to get Mighty Max. Yo, I don't know about you, I loved Waspinator. Waspinator! Chicken, nice. Chicken rice-a-roni, where it's at. Kenj, Moo Mesa had Star Trees Michael Dorn. I don't know any of those words. Alicorn Piggy, I also made brown butter, carrots, and chicken thighs. Oh, damn. Nice. Goddamn, Worf was a cowboy. Oh, I see. Michael Dorn. Yeah. Oh, Star Trek. Oh, fat thumbed again. Kenj, Michael Dorn was in a lot of cartoons in the 90s. Yo, I just remembered Pirates of Blackwater. Sorry, I haven't thought about that in a long fucking time. I don't know if Michael Dorn was in it, but I just remembered it because the intro screen was so flashy. He was also a gargoyle. Kenjamin, I haven't seen Gargoyles. It seems so good, and there's a lot of mullets everywhere. Mato B, Stone Protectors was, what if we took troll dolls and made them edgy for preteen boys? Dan, have you seen the marketing reel for Street Sharks with Vin Diesel? No! Oh, fuck, I need to look that up. Yeah, Star Trek, Michael Dorn played Worf. Yes, that makes more sense to me now, all the things that you said. Gargoyles was great. Gargoyles was like the one really good TMNT knockoff. Yeah, something about TMNT, man. They Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I love the 80s cartoon. I think that was like it's perfect. It was such a good vibe for that entire series. I know I do have to watch Gargoyles. Sorry, Ham. Sorry to let you down. Mato, also, I'm not kidding. Stone Protectors is literally just troll dolls, but with buff dude. But okay, all right. Hold on a second. Wait a fucking second. Wait a minute. Another compulsory Google search from the wonders in chat. Stone Protectors. Oh no. Oh yeah! Wow. Ew. God. I've never liked the faces on Trolls dolls. And these are just that. Wow, they look like shit. Oh, man. Oh, there's a hot lady ninja or something. She's a superhero. I don't know if y'all can see that from here. They look dreadful. Good stuff. Odd how they never took off. You know, man. It's more than a minute long. Okay, all right. I'm not gonna. I might watch that off stream. If you want to put that and check this shit out in the Discord, that'd be great. That'd be great, Dan. This mic setup is not what I would have done if I was intending to do art from the get go. Go figure. It's like a minute long. Oh, okay. It's. Do you mean it's not moke a minute long? Man. It's like a genetic disposition between Kenj and Dan to not only suffer the wrath of autocorrect but also auto mod. Hold on a second. Let's get some tunage. No, not the Game Grumps. Please. I love you. Hold on a second. All right, let's do a Castlevania. OST. Get spooky. Is that the whole thing? Good golly gosh. That's loud for me. That's loud for me. And that's 2 hours. What do you know? You can hear that? Looks pretty good. I'm going to turn down a little bit because my voice is not super loud this stream. The anti-autos, yes. Okay. So, oh hey, I can show you the commission that took so fucking long. Check it out. While you're here. It's a good one. So this is it. This is the guy. I'm gonna put the time lapse up real quick while I fix the time lapse replay. Let's go. Perfect music for the time lapse. I'm gonna update the stream information too. All right, good. Kenj, Dan and I were clearly separated at birth. Dan, I've been known to grow the wide curly handlebar mustache with a pointy goatee, so I'm clearly the evil one. Hobby Ham, at Dan, what if the mustache is a misdirect and Kenjamin is really evil? You're a red herring. That does seem kind of on brand. That really does the whole thing, huh? Oh, look, I can speed it along. But yeah, this is the piece, man. Took 122 hours, give or take. Let me know if the levels are good for the music, all right? Ah, it's cat food time. There you have it. Big old piece.
Meep. Meep.
Oh, yeah. Love you, baby. You're so cute. Want to say hi to chat? Good. Thank you for saying hi to chat. Thank you so much. You want some food? Good ear. You want some food? Alright, hold on a second. I'm kind of tangled up in these cables. Don't bite me. Don't you chomp on me. There you go. Alright. So, when we get back, I will start actually drawing in this art stream. Thanks for your patience, and thanks for just vibing with me as I figure shit out. All right, be right back. Take care of yourselves in turn. Get some food and such. Get some water. Stretch and squash. Do what you need. I'll be back momentarily. Don't leave. Don't leave, I'll cry. Okay. Adieu for now. All right. I'm back. What's up, everybody? Hey, thanks for the bits, Cat. Welcome, welcome. Really was intending to do some Minecraft today and fight the warden and do all sorts of fun stuff, and Microsoft was like, I decided that I don't want to be played in any capacity. So, Sag, but we're doing some spooky art, so it'll all be good. But thank you so much for the bits. Hope you're doing well today. I'm feeling pretty damn good. Oh yeah, check this out. I haven't posted this yet, but I did this as a warm-up the other day. Did that in about an hour. Clap, 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 clap. This is the last of... I'm not gonna give myself... Hobby Ham, I left but I'm back. Will you still cry? Yes, if that's what you desire. Why would you leave? Dan, Microsoft, I've decided I don't love you anymore. I'm just going to go down to the corner store for some cigarettes. I'll be back in an hour. Yep. Yeah, sad times. Well, since this is already kind of a scuffed stream. Nice, I love watching other people cry. Hobby Ham slowly revealing themselves to be a sociopath. She's like, yeah. I greatly enjoy the suffering of others. Just casual sociopathy. Slowly, I think I've been quite upfront. Well, you know, that's pretty commendable, right? Delicious tears. Like Booster from Mario RPG.
Ah, it's salty.
I love Booster. He's fucking crazy. He looks like a wild man Wario. All right, chat. Let's get into it. I've been asked to make people cry on probably a dozen times. All right. I guess I don't have a spooky folder, do I? Do I? Macabre and horror. Let's do it. Boogity boogity boogity. Now, do we want to do something official, like a theme? We could do more creature combinations. I didn't quite finish the centipede thing from last time. This is what it looks like with the flats. The line work I'm very proud of. I haven't finished it, that's all, because I didn't really feel like it. That's a lot of things. I've been very busy with other art stuff. Hobby Ham, Dan, there's some very important context you're leaving out there. Human centipillard vark. Yeah, that's accurate. Yeah. It's if I recall correctly, it's a parasol fish. Was it sarcastic? Parasol fish? Is that what it's called? What's it fucking called? This guy, right? And then it was a giant centipede from the Amazon. So we could do... Good news, everyone! My afternoon meeting has been canceled. Oh, congratulations, Ham! Let's go. Oh yeah, this looks too scuffed. Simply too scuffed. Let's do this. This song is like so funny in its like cheesy synth choices, but it's also so good at the same time. I love the Symphony of the Night soundtrack. Dan at Ham, I had consent. They literally approached me to request it. Crying can be a cathartic release emotionally. Ham, yeah, I know. That's the important context law. Exactly. And now we know, and knowing is half the battle. G.I. Joe. So, we could do some more creature combinations. I think 2 hours. I think I just kind of want to vibe through it. Yeah, let's just get a spooky vibe going. Let's do portrait style. IG portrait. All right. Test out some brushes. Have a grand old time. So I'll probably do a little sketching and then I'll do the actual piece, whatever it is. It's been I was watching Brutal Moose's playthrough of Faith, the Unholy Trinity or Trilogy rather. That's what I meant. I genuinely love that game. I haven't seen it. I haven't seen the last half hour, so whatever ending he's gonna get for part 3, I haven't seen yet. I'm in the middle of the fight with the last boss, I assume. Gary loves you. But for those of you who don't know, Faith is... You gotta have faith! It's a horror game that's done in the style of the Commodore 64, was it? It's that era. It's like really, really, really crunchy 8-bit. It's an adventure game, and you play as mainly one priest, but you actually have a couple of characters that you play as. Oh, it's so good. Like, you want to talk about minimalism in art and storytelling, and the efficacy of that with, you know, like utilizing a medium to its fullest, using your limitations in a way that actually enhances the experience for the audience. It's world-class shit, dude. It's fucking sensational. I love it so much. Nothing but praise for the creators of that game. They have my deepest respect, and I really want to play it at some point. Dan, in the case of Faith, it really did a lot to make the impact so much stronger. Exactly, yeah. Like, it ended up changing from a limitation to a, like, it's one of its biggest features. And it really... I've said this before, probably on stream, but something that's really interesting that I started thinking about in, like, high school, like, I had the thought way back when, about the analogous nature of video games. How the experience, what you're experiencing is a representation of something, you know, true to life. You know, like, not like, it's like a scaled down or distilled version of an experience. You know what I mean? For example, Pokemon battles, right? What you see is, you know, like a static, at least back then on like Gen 4 and stuff like that, you see like a static image of a fucking Charizard, right, from behind, fighting like a frickin' beetle of some kind, mushrooms on its back, right? And there's a frickin' image, there's like a little GIF basically of this like fire attack happening, right? And that's what you see, right? But that's not what you experience. At least in my case, I've always had a very active imagination. I imagine, you know, and I would draw a little stick figure comics and whatever of how the moves would actually be performed, the differences between Pokemon and Pokemon, right? As far back as like the technical limitations make it so that your brain has to do the rest of the work, right? It essentially, right, you know, what you're getting is a representation of what is intended. And the result ends up being this sort of like almost, you know, like, as I said, you know, analogous experience. What you're getting is like, it's like reading a book, right? But in like a different way. Because it's your brain, your imagination is filling in whatever gaps are left by the text. In this case, whatever, you know, isn't being fully actively represented on screen, your brain is filling in. Right. There you go. That's a better way of saying it. But like, in the case of Faith, where you have honestly incredibly well executed artwork in 2 colors maximum, like 2 or 3 colors maximum, in the lowest resolution possible, like before you get to like 1-bit, like, it's incredible. They perfectly utilize that. I'm gonna go up and catch up with chat. Yeah. People don't always understand that minimalism can really emphasize a brutality in its own way. It's true. I'd say the same thing about mouthwashing. If it was fully high resolution and not low poly, there's some scenes that I genuinely couldn't have watched because I don't like gore or violence when it's like I'm not a huge fan of gore. I love horror. I love psychological horror. I love Japanese horror. Junji Ito, my dude. So I can stand blood. It's just like when it gets too gross. Like I don't like zombies very much. I don't like viscera or slimy shit. But like the understanding of what something is while not seeing it like in full fidelity can actually be very helpful. I mean, like, for God's sake, like, showing it without showing it has been something that people have been doing since, like, Disney. Like, think about how Clayton fucking died in Tarzan. Oh, my God. You see him hanging from a goddamn vine. He's dead. He was hanged to death by vines in the jungle. But we didn't see it. It's a PG movie. He's dead. That man is dead. Crazy. Horrible way to die. He deserved it, but dude, Jesus. Oh yeah, I forgot there was a song with singing in Castlevania. Like art that's trying to violently strangle itself before your eyes. You could almost call it brutalism. That's a made-up word for snowflakes. The concept of making your brain do the work was really effectively fleshed out by Poe, then expanded upon by Lovecraft, and even further fine-tuned by Hitchcock, and now it seems to be a lost art. Yeah, or a lost cert, as you said, yes. What's up, LMR? Good to see you. Hobby Ham, honestly, fear of the unknown is always the most powerful. We're better at scaring ourselves than anyone else. Exactly. Exactly. So true, bestie. Hydrate, thank you. I will do that. Appreciate it, Cat. Up here pontificating. Dan. Yeah, Hobby Ham. Gross Out Olympics is never vibey enough for me. It's just like, I was thinking about this the other day. I'm going to actually do some drawing, too. Get the fuck out of here, you little doodles. Dan, Mouthwashing was a surprise masterpiece in some ways. I really didn't expect that from it. It was phenomenal. It's one of my favorite horror games, like, to date. It's amazing. This just in, Bleck fucking hates Resident Evil. No, I don't. I love Resident Evil, but I love it for its kitsch factor and its charm. I love Resident Evil 4 specifically, even though I think it was kind of like, even though I don't know what it did to the series, I'm not sure was the most beneficial in the long run, just seeing what games came after it when they started really pushing for the action angle. But I love that game. I love Resident Evil 4. Hobby Ham, I've been watching a lot of Italian horror from the 60s and its purest vibes. They're like, oh shit, that sounds amazing. Also, practical effects. Always. Even like dog shit practical effects from the past. Like, culminating at like the 80s and 90s. Wet puppets, dog. Holy shit. There's nothing that hits like practical effects. You can have the best CG in the world, it is not the same. I think part of it has to do with... It's not just lighting. I think it has to do with the fact that it's something that is in the room with the actors. Because you could have like a spike tape, be like, oh, I'm looking at this thing. And actors could be as good as they are in the world. There's something infinitesimal, almost, imperceptible that is missing from even the best CG effects. You cannot replicate it. Yeah. I miss when children's films weren't afraid of doing such things. Yeah. Hobby Ham, I would add Bram Stoker to this too. Most of Dracula is just hinting at the horror. Yeah, I actually played Dracula in high school. We did a high school production of Dracula. That was really fun. And I auditioned for Renfield because I wanted to be the crazy guy, because it's always fun to be the crazy guy. Come on. And then I just got cast as Dracula. The director, when I asked him about it later, he's like, I knew that if I gave this part to any of the other male auditioners, it would become a comedy, and you could do it. And everybody was really nice about it. It was a really fun role. LMR, this isn't Minecraft. You're absolutely right, because Microsoft servers are shitting the bed right now. Even though I'm playing it on the Switch, it's run by Xbox and Microsoft, and it's just awful. It just didn't load. And Mato B informed me of the fact that because it's Microsoft, it might just not work because it's all hell's breaking loose over there. Terrible. This ain't Minecraft, a Triple X parody. Hobby Ham. Just saw a post complaining that there's not enough goop in movies, and I can agree with that. Yeah, the goop. Cat like bat. My dumbass just realized that you were playing Silksong music. I'm actually playing Symphony of the Night music. Dan Dang Dun. I still love watching the old classic black and white monster horror films. Lugosi is the Dracula. His fucking eyebrows. He always doing this. Yeah. Hobby Ham at Dan. I'm on a Barbara Steele kick right now. I love her so much. She has the perfect face for classic horror. Barbara Steele. It sounds familiar. Cat. Yeah. All the servers are down for some reason. I really know how to pick them, don't I? I had such a great idea to play Minecraft. Dan, did you see that Luc Besson, Fifth Element, Valerian, The City of a Thousand Planets, has a new Dracula film coming out in February? Ooh, it's about Dracula's haunting romantic curse. Interesting. Ham says, I have seen it. I'll pirate it since Luc Besson is a creep. Oh, nice. Stick it to the man. Sounds like Silksong. Sounds like Strive. Yeah, probably reverse. I would not be surprised. I mean, come on. If you're doing Metroidvanias, you're gonna be inspired by a classic Symphony of the Night is that bitch. It is the Metroidvania that put it's like Super Metroid, Symphony of the Night. Those are the two I think that really just cemented it as a genre, and why it's not Metroid-like or Castlevania-like. It's Metroidvania. Those two games, in my opinion. And I don't think that's very contentious. I don't think that's a hot take. I think that's just fact. I could be wrong, though. Dan, is he? That's unfortunate. I didn't know that. Yeah, me neither. Yeah, just Google his wife's age. Ew! I won't. All right, gotta decide what to draw. Let's do some sketching. Let's just throw some shit at the wall. See if it sticks. Doot. I was doing the Silent Hill 2 soundtrack for a while. For one of my creepy art streams, and it has a balance of really chill vibey music and really scary music, but the scary shit's a little bit too intense. This soundtrack has moments of kind of creepy ambiance, but it never strays too far into unlistenable. What's up, LMR? It's good to see you, buddy. I know you've been here, but you said Black, and I said LMR, so hi, what's up? Cat, out of curiosity, will you be joining the Aether each? Yes! So, funny story. I've actually been trying for a couple of days, Cat. I had been, if you look in my email, you will see literally 30 verification code emails for me desperately trying to get my Microsoft account signed in and working and actually possible on the Steam Deck. It turned out I didn't have the correct setup, so I have purchased the correct version that should be both Java and PC, and if I do something specific, I should be able to sign into it. So very soon, hopefully by the end of this week or this weekend, I'll be in the server. But it is just it has been fighting me tooth and nail. It's so annoying. It's so annoying. Wait, he's 66 and his wife is 53. That doesn't sound crazy to me, says Dan. Ew, Google the last two wives. He married a pregnant 16-year-old. Jesus, pregnant with his kid. Ew. 2004, she would have been around 30, him 40. Still doesn't sound creepy. I'll check the spouse. Cat, I'll make you a welcome package when Microsoft stops fucking itself. Thank you. I really appreciate that. I have some ideas. I was thinking about either or, or, right? Building a sky castle or building in the end, which would end up being kind of a sky castle. It would just end up taking a shit ton of effort. LMR, you're like the only person who has the same opinion of RE4, and I thank you greatly for that. RE3 was the last true Resident Evil game, and I will die on this hill. What kind of gear do you want? Well, I'm gonna end up with I would like netherite stuff and an elytra, but like I know that's I was planning on working my way up to that organically because I do like the progression. But if there are some EXP farms, I won't be shy about sucking up all that XP because I don't want to wait too long to enchant everything. That's the only thing that I will be impatient about. Oh, great. Well, I'll be able to join, and I'll make some... Do y'all have gunpowder farms yet in Aether Reach? Because I really want to fuck around with fireworks if I'm actually going to be finally using Java. Ooh, yeah! Nice. Exactly what I need. That sounds great. But yeah, I still need to play the early Resident Evil games. I've watched the shit out of them a couple dozen times, but I need to play them myself. I've beaten Resident Evil 4, 5, not 6. I'm not a masochist. I've beaten Resident Evil 4 and 5 all the way through. I think those are the only ones that I've actually like played, and the little spin-off games in 5. But it's just a Michael Bay film, for fuck's sake. Why does he punch the boulder? Why does he punch the boulder? There's no reason for that. You break your damn hand. Dan, I'm looking up the other ones. Didn't know Jovovich was one of the... Oh, Mila Jovovich? Hobbyham. Yeah, he cheated on his wife with her during Fifth Element when she was 19. Oh, that was Mila Jovovich. In Fifth Element, of course. Cat like bat. Oh, and Jack. Yeah, okay, got that. LMR. Also, my new pewter. Oh, fuck. Shit. Is built, and I just worked first try. I think it's conspiring against me to just stop working further down the line. Yeah, probably. I'm selling gunpowder /ice/snow. Tight. That's awesome. But yeah, my main goal is going to be to whatchamacallit. My main goal is going to be to work with fireworks because they don't work in Bedrock at all. Basically, just like in another life, you know, do the things that I couldn't do in Bedrock on Java. So really get into firework crossbows, and what was the other thing? There's another thing that I was like, I'm missing out. I'm like satisfied in every other capacity in Bedrock, but I'm missing fireworks, and I was missing one more thing. I'm surprised that there's like something that's actively better in Bedrock, which is tridents. It just works completely differently. LMR, you can either get them on GOG or I can hook you up. You know, a little under the table, bing bong, you know, bing bong boom, bibbity bop, forget about it. Kenjamin, I have heard about him and Jovovich. Not surprised he's more of a creep. Yeah. Dan, the second wife is the creepy one. The other's not so much. That's, wow. I wonder how the hell he didn't get canceled right there. He was 32 and she was 15. Ew, were they in Europe? Were they in Alabama? Were they in New Europe, Alabama? I'll make you a rocket launcher as your present. Ooh, all right, I'll take it. I love making weapons myself and enchanting shit myself. But if it would make you happy, I'll fiddle around. Hey, Jack, any issues with Microsoft shouldn't affect the Java server. Okay. Interesting. Also, hi, Jack. Scaffolding is a little different in Java, too. Is that so? I couldn't connect to it, says Cat. And shields are shit, too. Oh, in Java? Oh, yeah, maces. Mace, that's the other thing, because you can put the wind charges in your offhand and do a little fucking, super jump. That shit's sick. Oh, that's a creepy song. Dan, he's from France, I believe. Oh, you know, it might be a username thing? That might be affected. Oh, okay. Hobby Ham. Lol, it was the 90s and Europe, but they still faced a lot of blowback. Mostly her because misogyny. That's such bullshit. Ugh. So disappointing. Oh, okay. Username thing. Got it. Alright. Let's just get a vibe. Perfect soundtrack. First time I heard this song, I was like, oh my god. This is so creepy. The reverse castle. I think it's the catacombs area. The catacombs with the blue lava on the ceiling. I really like that noise in the background there. Super cool. Do a little bit of painting. It's so funny how consistent I am with let's go to the new library. I want to mess around a little bit with some of these new brushes. I've seen how watercolors looks on a black on a white background, but not on a black one, actually. I have a couple of favorites in the new one. Deep North. Man, first Amazon fucks up its DNS and now Microsoft. Yeah, we were just talking about that. It's fucking crazy. I am willing to bet a large sum of money. Just kidding. I don't have a large sum of money. I'm willing to bet that the impetus for each of these impotences is that they put too much faith in AI, respectively. And their shit got fucked as a result. That's my guess. I could be wrong, but I'm probably not. Sorry. I just noticed that I was like really off center and it was bugging me. Funky catacombs. It's exactly the same as it was. Son of a bitch. I don't understand camera shit at all. Yeah. No. Fuck. Get on there. There we go. It's even worse now. This shit sucks. I don't know if y'all know what camera this is. It's got like a little gyroscope on it that should be helpful, but it honestly often just makes things way worse. It's like exactly as bad as it was. Center. Yeah. All right. Dan at Ham. Gotta love the way people will look at the person who is frankly more the victim in these situations, still give them a harder time than the older man who should have known better. Well, that's always how it is, right? Even now. Ham, I would also assume it's AI's fault somehow. I just can't prove it. Yeah. Right? Like, come on. Kenjamin, and don't take sucker bets. You always lose. Yeah. Dan. Just had a fun, awkward conversation in a meeting earlier today. One manager was giving his opinion on AI, which I agreed with, but said nothing either way. Then he clashed with my tool of a boss who has the world's biggest erection for AI. Yeah, you notice it's always people in like management and higher that are like, oh yeah, this is awesome. Jack, so it looped itself into making things worse, which is a big no-no in code. Ah, I see. I don't even know what DNS is, if I'm being completely honest. Ham, yeah, because they see the chance to remove people and pay themselves more. Exactly. Yep. Domain name system. DNS. Thank you. Okay. Dan, he's a VP. He swears by it and gets angry anytime someone points out a specific flaw or error. Okay, DNS. I see. It runs the internet, essentially. Interesting. Very interesting. I think I'm going to remove the background for a second. DNS is largely used to tell your computer the actual IP address when you go to a website. Ooh, Lost Painting. Best song in the fucking game. Got it. Interesting. Just trying to channel some shit real quick. Oh yeah, I have this idea for a chimera that I've been fucking with for years, every once in a while. So I keep coming back to it. So, man, my watch is dead. Damn.
Damn.
All right, let's get a lighter background for now, and I can always change it later. I love this brush. I found it the other day. See how cool that looks, man? It's like so dynamic. I think I'm gonna switch to landscape, or from portrait shape to landscape, because this is just kind of like, I want wider. Kenj, I want to suss out some CMYK palettes in Clip Studio. I want to start making things for print. Yeah, hell yeah. So, in the Wheel of Fortune within my brain, we have apparently landed on monster design, which I am okay with. It only took 3/4 of the stream. A little bit longer on the neck. Nah, squashing it too much. Go down there a little bit, buddy. One thing I will say about the Procreate update, I don't know what exactly they did, but they definitely seem to have improved how blurry and shitty everything gets when you resize or rotate things. Probably not completely. I think I've still noticed a little bit of it, but it's way better than it was before. Before it was just like, oh, I'm just gonna have to redraw this if I change its size or rotation. Dan, we're gonna try to design the Jabberwocky, a monster which Lewis Carroll took great care to never illustrate, only vaguely describe. Yet Disney fucked up as a fucking purple dragon thing in Alice in Wonderland. Oh man. Well, right now I'm doing the Manticore. I had this very specific idea for a Manticore. Oh, this is the cool brush I found the other day. I remember the stone skulls floating. Manticore, Manticore, Manticore. What's this one like? Oh yeah, this one's sick as fuck. Look, it's like fingerprints. Isn't that awesome? It's so cool. But yeah, this current one that I'm using is my new favorite in the updated library. It's just really fucking cool. Prismudged, yes. Manticore. Music is making this feel very tense. Yeah. The soprano going absolutely ape shit. Yeah, Castlevania Symphony of the Night has a very interesting mixture of vibes. From like 80s style, kind of like delicious butt rock to like, you know, Baroque pleasantries to like whatever the fuck this is, like experimental opera action, I don't know, but like it's such a huge range, and Michiru Yamane is just like, I don't know, I feel like whatever she ends up doing, she can do it well. It's very impressive. Little organ. Your music making me want to hear "What is a man?" monologues before fighting an ancient vampire, you know? Makes a lot of sense. What is a man? There's a little pile of secrets.
Yes!
Yes! I wonder who's singing. Who they got for this, you know? Funky Coliseum? Funky Coliseum. Dan, I'm genuinely surprised they never used that line in the anime for Castlevania. It would have been such a phenomenal callback. I am shocked that they didn't use more of the actual music from Castlevania in the anime. That's baffling to me. I was like, something's missing to make this feel like Castlevania. They didn't use any of the main theme. I don't think they even used the main themes until Nocturne, and I haven't even seen that one. In the trailer, I was like, yeah, Bloody Tears. Nice. Good. Not a single fucking theme. Like, what are you doing? That's like the fucking most important thing. Maybe there was something with the rights. I figure if they got the rights for all the characters and stuff, they would have the rights for the music. So was it just a taste thing? They were like, oh, I mean, Castlevania, whatever. Like, if that's the case, criminal. They had so much good shit to choose from in Curse of Darkness. They had Hector and Isaac in a much better incarnation, by the way. Like, it was there. Dan, still light years better than the fucking live-action Bebop thing they did. I didn't bother watching it. I saw a picture of Vicious looking like a fucking clown from Spirit Halloween. And heard that they just literally, like, and here's the thing, right? You wouldn't make a live-action Castlevania, a live-action adaptation of Cowboy Bebop if you had taste or understood any of the points of it. So it makes sense that it was so off base and missed all of the themes of classism and, like, all the humanity of it. It's just really sad. The script was awful. Protagonist castings were great. The fucking script was awful. It was really... like, I keep saying Castlevania because I'm listening to the music. Cowboy Bebop, all right, is so... the thing about it that made it so legendary is not only the fact that, you know, the animators cooked so hard, which they did, or that the soundtrack is genuinely one of the best pieces of music to ever be included in anything cinematic or, you know, visual, right? Literally, Cowboy Bebop soundtrack is a a spark of genius. It is nothing shy of sensational. I listen to that shit on the regular, at least once a month, maybe like more frequently, like bits and pieces. Tank is one of the best theme songs for any piece of media I can think of personally. It is not only hype, it's virtuosic, it has perspective, it's relevant to the actual it's like a sampler platter of the entire vibe that you're getting from the whole fucking thing. God damn, it's good. The whole soundtrack is world class, right? Like, but the thing about Cowboy Bebop that made it work so well is the humanity of it. Look at the fucking intro for the movie. It's just people. You know, it's just like there's nothing cellophane, there's nothing like, you know, gaudy about it. It's down to earth, it's human. It's you know, like, it's real shit. And like, to look at that and be dazzled and compelled only by the flash and like the little moments of like excitement around all of the real shit, and to just like cherry pick only the, like, I don't know, like everything without a soul out of something that is so soulful is really odd. Like how they did so much to ruin something so great. You know what I mean? Dan, it's so good that it doesn't matter if it's your genre. It's just fucking good. Exactly. It is. I've been thinking about the fact that, like, it used to be the case where, like, cinema, right, like a movie, was the place to get a culmination of people who are at their best to make something that is timeless, right? It's like that's the place. That's a place where people converge to make art at its highest level, right? For a while there, that was like kind of like, it's like that and like crazy super funded albums, right? But like, if you think about it, music, like in cinema, film, movies, right? It's a a condensation of every art form that you can put into it that fits the project, right? You get like artists to do concepts, and like sets and stuff like that. You get like costumers to make stuff. You get, actors doing their thespian shit. You get directors, pulling everything together. You get the best guy to make the soundtrack. You get the best writers to make the script. All of this shit comes together to make the perfect piece of art, right? Like that's like, that's the idea, the platonic ideal situation for movies, right? I think that torch has been passed to video games. And it's been really interesting because like that's what you'd expect from AAA titles, but it's rarely what you get now because people are going for consistency over any experimentation or quality. But then you see shit like, like FromSoft. They get crazy powerful, insanely talented artists, writers, like, composers. And then you add the like coding element to it. You get people making it interactive, right? Like it's the new frontier for making something that exemplifies the pinnacle of human creativity. And I think that's fucking incredible, right? But it's like anime is a great like oh my god, like classic OVAs and shit from the 80s and 90s. They didn't know what to do. You know what I mean? They didn't know what people liked. So the logic was, well, we just got to make something as dope as humanly possible. Let's get the best motherfuckers that we can find, just have them go crazy. You end up with the weirdest, most incredible shit. Like, I think Cowboy Bebop really exemplifies like anime at one of its highest possible calibers. Because you got the amazing writers, you got the amazing artists, the animators. Like the designs for the ships alone are phenomenal. I forget the dude's name, but he's great. Like, and just seeing that and getting none of it, what makes it special. I personally, however much fun some of the, like the One Piece one is or whatever, I think, I don't think that you need a live action adaptation of something that's animated. Why do you need that? It was great before. Like, we don't need it. What's the point? Dan, and to decide you're going to expand what was such a great minimalist villain character with such stupid shit writing. Vicious is interesting because on paper, he's kind of like the perfect edgelord. You know what I mean? And yet, he's so effective as a character because of the effect he has on Spike, the fact that he has on the world, and the fact that he's an actual threat. You know what I mean? But yeah, Hobbyham. Because people don't respect animation as real. Exactly, as real. My stepmom used to get on my case all the time for only watching cartoons. Yes. There was a person who said, I think it was in the Academy Awards, he said something to be ignored or endured rather than be watched. See, he said something really deeply insulting, and all the animators were just like, animation is cinema, you fucking hack, you piece of shit. Yeah, Kenjamin, I think a lot of that high concept goodness is coming from indie creators now. Yeah, we all want to make dope shit, not some safe, homogenized money-making garbage. Dan, sometimes a live action adaptation can be fun. GTO had a great adaptation. The original 2 Japanese live action of Death Note from like 2006 were great. But like, the reason that I like animation is because it's like another layer of artistry, and like you have voice actors to do acting, right? Like, whether they can be fun or not, I just don't understand the purpose of them. Why do it? You know what I mean? Yeah, it can be fun. I guess that's fine. I guess it's important to have fun, but no, like, come on, dude. Yeah, that's the main thing, is usually it's for money. But like, there's people who get really excited about making it. And I'm like, but like, fucking what? And there's people who watch predominantly animation who are like, yeah, it was really good. I'm like, but why is it there? It doesn't need to be there. My partner and I are watching every film nominated for Best Animated Picture, and it's so interesting because it's a mix of incredible art and whatever Disney/DreamWorks paid to have nominated. Interesting. And Kenj, you bring up an interesting point that I was talking with Moxie about this the other day, where it's like, I find it so interesting, the cyclical nature of like escalation within an art form, because the same era that I was talking about of very experimental, really high execution, high skill OVAs and stuff like that in the world of animation, you also see, what's up, Aini Mawarte? We're talking about animation and shit, and I'm drawing a manticore very, very, very slowly because I'm getting excited about the subject matter of our conversation. But basically, like, I find it super interesting because you saw it in the animation world. The same exact thing you're seeing now in the video game world, where it's like it starts off as a very, very niche, only passion projects kind of thing, for the most part, right? There's a few corporate interests, but it's not like an industry, right? It's just kind of happening, and people are doing their own thing. Some countries end up getting more and more into it and taking it more seriously as a rule, like Japan or France with animation, or I mean, like, fucking, there's some really crazy shit that was happening in Russia, but a lot of it, I feel, it was still independent studios, and it wasn't an industry. Then people more and more emphasis comes to like, no, this is legit, and you can make a lot of money with it, and then it becomes legitimate, and you see more industry attention, and it becomes actually solidified as far as corporations and shit are concerned, right? And then it starts kind of plateauing, but you get this burst right in the beginning of this insane, like, high quality, high budget shit, and then it sort of slowly starts to get more and more like kind of bland, or choosing consistency over like crazy shit, right? And eventually it just kind of stops with a couple of little spikes here and there of interest, the corporate end of it, where it's all optimized and shit, ends up being honestly kind of trash as a rule. And then you get this parallel movement of the counterculture or the independent culture of that art form starting to develop again, right? So now you get indie animators as technology increases. Like, I'm guessing it has something to do with the fact that, like, because there's an emphasis on it, the technology gets better, and when the technology gets better, it gets more accessible and more people have the ability to use it on a less professional capacity. That's certainly what happened with animation. Same thing with music. You know what I mean? Right? Like, anybody can make a song now because you have DAWs. I'm working on my fucking iPad. I'm making like full-length animated shit on an iPad. But you see this in video games, right? Where it's like crazy burst of exploration. There weren't many rules yet, so it was kind of like a Wild West situation, as Kenjamin said, a gold rush. You get these like, whoa, holy shit. Like, there's more money going into it, higher budget things, but still fewer, like, harnesses and fewer rules limiting people and their creativity. You get this crazy burst of incredible stuff that's very creative and also high execution. And then it starts plateauing as people figure shit out. Especially with analytics in the game now. Like, analytics, like, people are like, oh, all people want is gray beige shooters. And then the age of gray beige shooters happened. And it was terrible, right? Very few bits of color in there. Most of which from Nintendo. But, like, you're seeing it with the indie gaming echelon. And now it's getting to the point where the expectation for an indie game is becoming what old AAA titles used to be in terms of expectation, because there's people who are delivering this crazy shit, and it's become almost an industry, like a child industry within the parent larger game dev community. It's insane, right? And I'm guessing it's going to keep hitting that same cycle. It's universes within universes, man. Absolutely crazy. Yeah. Hobby Ham. Sorry, I was on a tangent. We watched Boss Baby the other day. Oscar-nominated Boss Baby. You got Alec Baldwin in it. Oscar. Dan. But those are from Japan, and the studios often worked hand in hand with the original creators to produce something of quality, and sometimes to show things that the original storytellers hadn't quite tacked down perfectly the first time. But to do that with their partnership, not to say, fuck you, I'll make it better. Yeah. And that's one reason that the One Piece live action thing was better than a lot of them, is because Eiichiro Oda stepped in and he was like, I'm going to help you out with this. I'm going to give my input. And it was great. As far as I heard. I didn't watch it because I don't give a shit about live action stuff if it's already animated. But yeah, Dan, it becomes homogenized and boring. Exactly. Dan, apparently the lead director on most of Gundam hates anime. I find it hysterical. That's really funny. And they actually listened to him. Yeah, they listened to Eiichiro Oda. I think the best anime comes from people who hate anime. Look at Hayao Miyazaki-san. Yeah, I got you. Let's finish this guy. Dog legs. These people who call themselves otaku sicken me deeply. Anime was a mistake. I love him. Miyazaki-san's a crazy motherfucker. I love him. And goddamn it, he's right. As much as I love and appreciate anime for what it has done for animation at large, I also think that it ends up suffering from just so many tropes and so much shorthand that is antithetical to actual creative expression. And it's a matter of taste more than anything, honestly. There's some really exceptional anime, and I'm glad it exists. Like I said, I'm a big fan of very many series, but I'm a staunch believer in the 95% rule, which is that 95% of everything is crap. Hobbyham, it's interesting that there isn't more live action to animation when the medium has so much more flexibility. Exactly. There is some, says Dan, but yeah, anime gets homogenized in its own way. And I think again it's the corporate angle, it's the industrial angle of it, right? Where it's like, you know, um, they see what works, they see what makes money. You know, it's Konami's shit, right? Where it's like the company, by and large, has never cared about the actual art form. They just see it as a get-rich-quick scheme, which is why we had the pachinko fiasco way back when. But, like... God, this brush is so much fun to use. Anyway. So 95% of us are crap? Not you guys. You're the 5% that rules. And that's why I'm glad to have you in chat. 95% of people, absolutely. Absolutely. Are you kidding me? I believe that there's a fundamental good to be found in a lot of people, but I've seen, especially recently, a lot of the people that I don't necessarily interact with, but I just hear about and see in the wild. I'm like, wow, you really, like, this is your thought and opinion about the world? That's how you treat women? That's how you treat, minorities? That's how you, what the fuck are you talking about, man? And crap perpetuates crap, unfortunately. Yeah, exactly. People suck, but I like specific persons. Exactly. And honestly, I can't shake a certain level of optimism or altruism just from, I don't know, naivete, habitual naivete, but it's like I do love people as a rule, and I find them innocent until proven guilty, but it's so sad how many people can be proven guilty with very, very little leverage. You know what I mean? I mean, we're neutral. Morals are made up, but, like, they're important. They're human. Like, just a couple of bald monkeys trying to make a semblance of control in a very chaotic world. A universe of unfeeling, uncaring entropy, and here we are. Just like, no, it's wrong to steal. It's golden rule shit. It's like doing to others, you know what I mean? It's like, I don't want my shit stolen, so I shouldn't steal shit. That's like the staff of that's like the only part of society that I fuck with. You know what I mean? Like completely without any caveats is like, yeah, no, like I don't like when people do this to me, so I shouldn't do this to anybody else. Oh no, we're fighting Dracula, everybody. Oh, we're fighting Dracula. There he is. I've never gotten to Dracula in Symphony of the Night and not just, like, eradicated him within seconds. Because I'm always trying to get all the stuff, right? And so by the time I get to him, Alucard's just bulging out of his fucking tunic. He's like, Father, I have come to terminate you. And then it happens in 20 seconds. Also, I'm not necessarily the biggest fan of the fact that we're fighting his chair. Like, he's in a chair. That's, like, spooky. This theme is cool, though. What's up, Spoon? Good to see you, my friend. I was going to make some Minecraft stuff, and Microsoft is not working. So all the servers are down, which means I ended up going to Plan B, which is doing some monster design. I hope you are doing well. How's your day going so far, Spoon? I want a spooky chair. So busy. Oh, man, you working and lurking? You doing school stuff? Like, are you a student? Not to pry, just curious. I actually really like having a small screen up here. School stuff? Yeah, okay. Oh, man, good luck. Godspeed. It's really interesting. I'm just drawing this little guy, and I'm thinking about quadrupeds. Quadrupeds in general. Dan, I should be working, but I'm procrastinating. Hey, happy to help you procrastinate. I'm here. I'm distracting. Spoon. My sister is making cookies though, so everything is. Oh, I love cookies. Our ovens are broken. We have 2 ovens, and neither of them are working at the moment. And my wife's an incredible baker, and she usually spends almost all of the Halloween season through the Christmas season making delicious confections for me to gorge myself on. In payment, I clean up the mess made from the baking. It's a great symbiotic relationship, but I am unable to do that right now because the ovens are broken. It's so sad. Ham, since I would have got nothing done during that meeting, I take that to mean I don't have to be productive all afternoon. There you go. See? Makes perfect sense to me. Spoon, let me fix it. Oh, hell yeah. Let's go. When are you sending mine? Oh, the cookies, said Dan. Ham, does she post in the Discord? I don't know if I've been seeing their baking. Yeah, Moxie Moth, that's my wife. Yeah. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no, it's like the Big O soundtrack all over again. Through the phone right now. Yeah. What is this? I remember this. God, this is some Michael Bolton shit, dog. What is that? Hold on a second. I'm skipping this song. It is so schmaltzy. Is there singing? Please, God. I Am the Wind. Oh, that's right. I Am the Wind is the, this is the instrumental version, so I've been spared the schmaltz of the vocals. Let's go. Master Librarian PlayStation version. Let's go. There we go. Oh, smooth jazz time. Damn, feeling so seduced over here. I love Big O, dude. But, like, the fucking wankersome outro theme among an absolutely goated soundtrack. Sometimes I feel so far away from myself calling your name. God damn, it is vile in its saccharine sweetness. Ugh, so schmaltzy. It was some Kenny G shit, for real. I'm a leaf on the wind. Wankersome is an excellent adjective. Thank you. You're not wrong. It's like, but yeah, Big O, another very diverse and phenomenally executed soundtrack. God, that show is good. Big O, man. Channeling Michael McDonald. Sorry, I don't mean to interrupt the merchant here.
What can I do for you? Thank you.
I'm interested in this. Someone do the I'm interested in this. Never mind, I've got it. Don't worry about it. Don't spend your money. I've got you, fam.
I'm interested in this.
There he goes. My cat's playing with toys over there. It's funny how many mediocre Michael Bolton impressions are excellent Michael McDonald impressions, you know? Real. Oh, I've never heard this version. What? What is this? I've only heard the PlayStation version. What is this? I guess it's the non-PlayStation version. Well, what do you know about these synths? Do turning into Tumnus next. I don't know, Mr. Tumnus from Narnia, right? Dan, I miss Norm Macdonald's impression of Burt Reynolds. Jared Ferguson, funny name. Will Ferrell's impression was never good. Will Ferrell's impression of Alex Trebek was never good, but it was a vehicle for what's his name? Oh my god, I forgot his name. I'm trying to remember it in Ed McMahon's voice or whoever's voice that is. But the Sean Connery impression and Norm Macdonald's Burt Reynolds. I'm with you. Daryl Hammond. Thank you. Yes. No, I didn't. I didn't see the 50th anniversary. Oh, 50th anniversary. Damn. That's awesome. I bet that was a hoot. Your little face. Got a little face. Yeah, it's got a little mask. Little mask at the end of his face. They had Kenan Thompson on it. Any guess who he played? Oh, no. Who did he play? That sounds awesome. Welcome to Good Burger, home of the Good Burger. Can I take your order? Who did he play? Oh, my God. Holy shit. Oh, that. Oh. I hope they dunked on him real good. Oh my God. That dude. I'm probably not going to get I bet that was very searing. And I bet that was healing, honestly, because that was one of the deepest cuts to my childhood. Is learning how much of a reprehensible piece of shit he was. Because you got to understand, we used to quote Bill Cosby, like his comedy routines from back in the day. We used to quote that shit. My family used to quote it like all the time, like once a week at least. She was so funny, and it was so like, I don't know, it was just so well done. And then like, and I didn't even have, he wasn't as interwoven with my childhood experience as so many people. A lot of people have found he was like America's dad. You know what I mean? I love the Black Dynamite series takedown on Cosby. It was freaking great. Ooh, nice. When I got my first CD player, my parents got me Bill Cosby. Right. Yeah, exactly. As my first CD because it was so wholesome. And his association was so deeply like a part of, you know, it was just so wholesome's a great word. That was the assumption between the Cosby Show and, you know, Kids Say the Darndest Things and a lot of things. He just had like, everybody had this perception of him as being like, you know, America's dad, wholesome, great. Oh, it's so good entertainment. That's not, even when he did shit that was like objectively blue in his comedy routines, it wasn't like dirty, right? It wasn't bad. It wasn't blue. It was like, oh, it's digestible. We can even listen to this around our kids. They won't get it. It's not terrible. And then it was just like, oh my God. It was such a universal feeling of betrayal, I think. Those people who actually took it seriously. I think there's a lot of Teflon, you know, shit sliding off the true gravity of the situation. But like, I don't know. It's just such a shame. And a lot of people who knew him personally were like, well, he would never do such a thing. It's like, yeah, but he did. He would never, but he did. And I think it's one of those things where it's like, humans are so context sensitive. You know what I mean? And there's the feeling of absolute power corrupts absolutely. I've said it before. It's really terrible how true it is that, like, being an asshole only affects you adversely if you care about being an asshole. It's free otherwise. There's nothing to stop you from being an asshole except if you already are the type of person that cares about seeming or being an asshole. So it's just like, as I said, morals are made up. They don't actually affect anything unless you make them affect something, right? Unless you enforce them in some capacity. But people will get away with whatever they can, you know? Right. Also, did you ever hear about his letters to Richard Pryor? No, I didn't. I don't even know what songs these are. Oh, it's Richter Mode. Let's go. He would never do that to me. Right. It's a pretty good version. There have been so many mixes of this song through the series. I love it. Y'all listen to Cassiopeia at all? Japanese jazz fusion band, mainly active in the 80s, but they're still making shit. I think they just released a new album, and I'm very curious. Just incredible instrumentalists. They look like they're having a goddamn blast on stage, and there's a lot of chemistry between them. I just find their work very good and very charming. Dan, he took great offense to Richard Pryor's comedy, wrote him several times, urging him to clean up his material, even telling Pryor that he was setting African-American culture back decades. Pryor was a goddamn genius. I put him up there with George Carlin. He is widely accepted as the greatest stand-up comedian of all time. And I haven't heard much of his stuff, but Richard Pryor is an absolute legend. Dan, Cosby literally demanded it, like he had the authority. Well, I mean, he also like, this was sort of like when the paint was beginning to crack on his little, facade of being a wholesome, actual, like, good person. When he was giving talks to, like, African American, like, schools and stuff like that, he straight up was telling people that they were the problem. He was telling other black people that they were the problem and they need, like, it's your fault for being, like, he literally was just calling them lazy and problematic and shit, and basically blaming racism on the black community on various, like, talks. And it's like, okay, bro, saying that from your fucking yacht and your high rise while also, like, assaulting people. Like, what an asshole. Truly. Like, it was really bad. Yeah, when there was like a whole expose or whatever, they were talking about it. Like, yeah, dude. And granted, like, there are other, like, black artists who would achieve, like, a level of success who have also said kind of similar shit. Where it's like, well, I don't understand. It wasn't a problem for me, so I guess racism doesn't exist. Like people say that shit once they get to a certain level of fame, and it's like, it really goes to show that, like, again, absolute power corrupts absolutely. There's a certain amount that, like, you can't escape. You need to be constantly humbling and checking yourself, right? It's actually a very good, like, a good picture painted of, like, like, you don't have to be like that when you get famous, but it's really easy as a trap to fall into. No matter where you come from or like where you started. It's crazy. Crazy. Oh, we did, like, classic house. Crazy. But yeah, like, fame, Fame takes a man and makes him hollow. It seems like it's a pretty easy trap to fall into. Whoa, another remix. Look at Kanye. Yeah, he literally doesn't believe in racism, but he got real upset when he did a concert in Texas and the audience was singing along. What? Interesting. Oh, Kanye. That dude needs a couple of diagnoses, man. That dude's crazy. So I think I'm gonna do, like, he has a diagnosis, he just doesn't take his meds. Real. Yeah. Dan, because, almost entirely white audience and Kanye's lyrics. He's like, hey, cut it out. You can't have both, man. Interesting. Very interesting. Oh no, his face. There's this song called "S on Your Chest," and the lyric has one part that I can't say, and then he says the second one, and he said, "I said the second one for the white kids because I know you want to say it, but that ain't right, kid." And I think about that every time. I'm like, that's such a good lyric. Oh man. Can this monster have the face of Christopher Walken? I mean, yeah, it's just like a mask of a regular human face. So yeah, I could draw like a close up and make it Christopher Walken. Oh no, you done and sparked my ire. I'm gonna have to skewer you. Young Christopher Walken is beautiful. And I didn't know this until I was reading like a interview or like a bit of information about Metal Gear Solid, and they said, yeah, Hideo Kojima-san based his Snake's design off a couple of things, his face being young Christopher Walken, and I was like, young Christopher Walken? Really? And then I looked, I'm like, oh my god, he's so hot! And there's one picture of him with like a handlebar mustache, which is hilarious, but also his features are beautiful. And he's never been ugly, but I didn't realize that he was so beautiful when he was like, you know, a fresh-faced young adult. Hobby Ham. For some reason, I read Christopher Walken as Christoph Waltz, and I thought that was a weird pull, but I was on board. I don't know who that is. I'm sorry. I'm so uncultured. All right, I'm gonna make this. Christoph Waltz is an excellent actor. He sounded like an actor to me, but I don't know what he's been in. Oh, we're coming out with the Mega Man X6 synth. Christoph Waltz was a German actor that blew up after Inglourious Basterds. I haven't seen Inglourious Basterds. I only know the highlights. Dan. He's a Jewish man who has played Nazis a few times, among other things. Oh, cool. Is he one of those, like the, what's it called? Was it Hogan's Heroes? I don't remember. Where there was like a dude who played one of the leaders of like a Nazi camp or whatever, right? And he was a Jewish man, and he was like, I will only play this role if you promise me he will never win. And they're like, you got it. And he's like, fuck yes. Let's make this guy lose. That's cool. He's a damn good actor. That's so cool. I think I want a little bit more meat on the leg. You see Django Unchained? I have barely watched any movies, honestly. I have not seen it, no. I like the concept, though, what I remember of it. It's like an action movie where a slave, like, kills the shit out of his captors. Is that correct? It's like it's a Quentin Tarantino joint. Is that right? Sick. Dan, I hope hope to the Eldritch gods that somebody makes a proper well done Wolfenstein film with a Jewish actor to play B.J. Blazkowicz. Yeah. Ham. Okay, name every movie you've ever seen and we'll tell you when Christopher Waltz was in it. Okay, cool. Go. I'm just going for like 3 hours. Just kidding. It's probably not even that many to warrant that long. Escaped slave turns bounty hunter, gets revenge on his former captors. Fuck yeah. I love that. That's sick. That synth is so funny. Christoph Waltz is in that new Dracula movie I mentioned. Really? Wow. Waltz was in the live-action Battle Angel Alita, but I know you don't dig live-action anime remakes. That one looked pretty cool. At least it I could tell that there was a large amount of commitment to the original art style, including with Alita herself. And it was already kind of like a gritty, hyper-realistic, still stylized, but hyper-realistic thing to begin with. So, like, I think it's a little bit more palpable, like palatable. Sorry, I meant to say palatable, not palpable. I can taste it in the air. Battle Angel Alita was fire. I wish we could get the second half. I've never seen the live action movie, but it does look. I was quite curious when I saw it. I was like, looks pretty sick. Not gonna lie. And you know, I watched the Michael Bay Transformers movies and shit with my friends, so I was like, you know, every once in a while it's fine. I just don't often see the point. You know what I mean? For something as like something that already reaches the level of dopeness as Cowboy Bebop, right? And then to have the audacity to think, yeah, I know what I'm doing enough to make like an effective recreation of this, but with live actors. Yeah, I know all the nuts and bolts of it, and just produce garbage. Crazy. Oh my God. Like a jazzy version of this song? Crazy. I can't remember if it's Bloody Tears or Vampire Killer. I couldn't remember that. I remember both of them, but forget their names all the time. Dan, and in the case of that movie, the anime was very dated. Yeah, the animation really shows its age, so it had more sense to have a modern version. Right. Yeah, I feel that. Oh, those horn synths. I like the composition. It's pretty good, though. So, I accidentally hit fill layer instead of alpha lock. So I've been doing this thing recently, trying to get a little bit more familiar and comfortable with doing things silhouette first, and then just leaving it like that, and then basically doing stuff over that with clipping masks and such. Hobby Ham, wow, the yerba I drank to get energy for that meeting is really kicking. Ha-cha-cha-cha. I had a supervisor who was in the military, and he was talking about one drill sergeant he had who was always like, just like, he looked like a fucking maniac. He was always drinking like several 5-hour energies, and he was like sweating. He's like, all right, let's go for a ride or whatever the fuck, and like take him in the military vehicle, and he's just like, I am afraid for my life. I just think about that dude every once in a while when I think about like an overindulgence on of substance of any kind. So funny. He's like all like completely sweating. I just remember his impression, my supervisor's impression of him as clear as day. Absolutely hilarious. He really does sound like a Gary Busey type. When I think Gary Busey, I think what was it? Your worst nightmare, Butthorn McNabb. Yeah, and then he hulks down from the rafters. Oh my God, I don't know anything about that movie except for that. Yo, wait a minute. Oh, you literally can't. Whoa, that's a cool effect. The opacity doesn't work. That's crazy. See how it kind of like has to bleed in? Wow. So by its construction, it actually does not work with opacity, so I guess I just have to figure it out. Interesting. Gary Busey is amazing, and I never, ever, ever want to be in the same room with him. Yeah, I think that's reasonable. I don't know where this is in the game or if they just included it in the soundtrack. I still remember if you put the disc into the PS1 upside down. This is a PS1 double disc or whatever the fuck Alucard said. I was like, it's Alucard, and then he's introducing the CD and then it starts playing. I miss the PS2, man. Good times. Little visualizer, very cool. All I can think of with Gary Busey is just unhinged scream laughter. The teeth of a horse and the laughter of a demon. There really is this like weird kind of unhinged quality, not just to Gary Busey, but also to this brush. Something about it, like it just like it looks insane. Like it's almost violent, and I'm really into it. I always think of that movie where he's a dog and Osgood Perkins is an angel. Kenjamin, yeah, Gary Busey is a real good reminder to never drink and drive, and to wear a helmet. Yeah. If you're gonna go drinking and driving, at least wear a helmet, man. There's a motorcycle accident that made him kind of lose his mind, right? He was like he was pretty normal before that, if I recall correctly. The fucking electric guitar synth in this is hilarious. Yeah. At all times, yeah. Just never take it off. The shower, the workplace, a nice dinner date, always wear your helmet. You never know what could go wrong. Yeah, you have to. Uh-huh. Words of wisdom there. Oh my god. Oh, it's going crazy. Especially not the shower. Your hair might get exposed to water. Egad. The double bass. Yeah, and water fucks up magnets. Drop one in a glass of water. I don't know what'll happen. Borderline sounds like someone doing an electric guitar impression with their mouth. Very funny. Who knows what will happen if water touches your hair? Another version of this song. Let's go. Better electric guitar. Still pretty funny, though. It's going to become the internet is a series of tubes. Yeah. It's a little too much. Let's do a little bit of shading on this guy. Oh, I see. This is what they were trying to do in the other version. Holy boy. This guitar feels like a stone's throw from Sonic music. It's very close. It's certainly encapsulating the butt rock energy. It's very close. I don't know who coined the phrase butt rock, but it's like so, somehow, so accurate while being so strange. I'll rock your butt. Sorry. It's fine. It's fine. Very funny. I couldn't help myself. I'm like obsessed with like pearlescence and iridescence. I love that shit. It's just literally more colors in your colors. Like, what's not to love? Highlight, highlight, low light. There you go. Kench, have you played Sonic Frontiers? The butt rock in those boss battles goes hard. I love the boss fights, like, music. I think the approach to do... Okay. Yeah, you could get me started on Sonic Frontiers. I could go for a while. I appreciate that everyone knows exactly what you mean when you say butt rock. Yeah, exactly. Hobbyham, we heard you like colors, so we put some colors in your colors. Exhibit face. Yo, dog. I did that meme. I referenced that meme the other day, and people didn't know what I was talking about. I was like, oh, how the mighty have fallen. I'm so old. Kenj, I have not. My Sonic content is typically watching Game Grumps. Yeah, they played Sonic Frontiers. Cheers, bro. I'll drink to that. We're old. I still sweeten my coffee. I'm not dead inside that hard just yet. As soon as I have unsweetened, uncreamed black coffee, you'll know. You'll know that I have traipsed across the threshold into Oldsville. Yeah, the Grumps played Frontiers, and that's how I know about it. The approach, the like bombast of the mini games, and the insanely hype butt rock of the boss fights, only further illustrates how much of a misstep, in my opinion, it was to make the fucking overworld music so morose and somber. Like, no, motherfucker, I'm playing a Sonic game on rolling around at the speed of sound. I want that fucking, like, sad tinkling piano ambience. It's like, my main problem with Sonic Frontiers, and I'll leave it at this, I'll probably keep going because I don't have any chill. Hobbyham, I'm Canadian, so I'll never stop creaming in my coffee. Can I get a Blackfoot waggle for that? I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it myself. Here we go. Here it is. Waggle for you. But yeah. Dan, I drank straight black coffee in my early 20s. I would typically have 9 cups of it in one sitting at Denny's at 2 a.m. after closing up Blockbuster. Oh, man. Timestamps. Crazy. We just got Sonic Racing and we love it, but where's Live and Learn? Hanging on the edge of tomorrow. Sonic music is so fucking good. I'm there for Crush 40. I'm not like, okay, all right, real quick. My main beeves, my various beeves with Sonic Frontiers is I feel like they literally actually factually got a checklist and went down note for note on what to do in what Breath of the Wild did to emulate as closely as possible while still doing Sonic and still doing like a couple of things, you know, Sonic related, right? Cuz like I was watching, was it Ian who played it? You know what I mean? Like, it's like they weren't even subtle about it. And it was just so, like, the tinkly piano music for the overworld, the, like, leaf guys that give you side quests, The fucking, like, it's horrible. It's like, I shouldn't know that immediately. Yeah, I co-signed that, Kenj. Yeah, Maybe a few notes from Shadow of the Colossus as well. Yeah, absolutely. Well, that is genuinely one of my favorite games of all time. And it is probably one of the most influential games of the 2000s. I mean, how many games after that did a big boss like that? You know what I mean? Like God of War games, Lords of Shadow. There's a long list of games that were just like, this is the sickest shit I've ever seen. Let's do that. Oh man, you can absolutely get me started on Shadow of the Colossus because that game fucking rules. I love that game. I thought this was going to be Boomer Kuwanger's theme for a second. I was like, it might still be Boomer Kuwanger's theme. What the fuck's a Kuwanger? I know what a Kuwanger is, but it's funny. Boop beep, boop beep, boop beep. It's still the definitive big boss game. How brilliant of an idea is that? Where it's like we could spend, you know, hours upon hours making different behaviors and textures and models and all these things for 1,000 different enemies. What if we just did the reverse? What if we just condensed all the effort that we would be putting on multiple enemies into 16 massive enemies that no one has ever seen before in a 3D game, let alone fought, you know what I mean? And they did everything so well. They built it up so that it's like the emptiness of the world except for a few, you know, scant hawks and like big ass lizards. Like they made it in a forbidden area that's like supposed to be evil and desolate and ruined, and like it makes the emptiness of the travel make sense and feel appropriate and almost eerie. And there's no music, and there's like very, very faint music until you hit the bosses, and then it's some of the best orchestral music in video games. I've never felt the soaring triumph to that extent in any other game when I'm fighting a boss. Like, like, ah, holy shit. Oh, man. Okay, all right. For you, Hobby Ham, let's listen to Live and Learn. In your zootedness. I'm in kind of like the weird section of the Symphony of the Night soundtrack anyway, so like, it's like Gandalf. I have no recollection of this place. Let's go.
Yes!
Yes! You got it, buddy. You got it. You got it. Sonic Adventure OST, baby. Sonic Adventure 2 OST. I'm looking for... I love the Sonic Adventure 1 OST, but let's do 2. 2 has Live and Learn, right? Because 1 is Open Your Heart. Gotta open your heart. Boom, 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 cap. Okay, let's see. Boop. Work, please. Oh, no, that's the original. Hold on a second. OST with timestamps. Let's go. Jun Sonoe wrote this song. Oh my god. It's just ska. Let's go. Alright, I'm gonna skip straight to Live and Learn, and then I'll go back to the beginning of the soundtrack, okay? Just for you, Ham. Oh, let's go. Generations had a good version of Follow Me. Oh, that's dope. Aggro was such a good horse. Yes. Just the best horse all around. Aggro! Going absolutely nuts. Yeah. I have but one vinyl album and nothing to even play it on. And it's a ska album by a band nobody knows. Really firing on all cylinders there. You can hardly swallow. Oh, it's so good, bro. It's so good. This is peak butt rock. This is textbook butt rock. It's like, it's a little corny, a little goofy, and because of that, it has so much like heart, but it's also a fucking undeniable banger. You know? Like, come on. It's so good. I know them, and that's what matters. Yes. Agreed. Yeah. It's been so much fun hanging out with y'all. Thank you so much for sitting through all the technical difficulties and shit, dude. It's nice. Every once in a while, I remember that I should be drawing on my drawing stream. It sounds like it should be in a Sonic game. Yeah, imagine that. You know, you might be onto something. Huh. Sonic with butt rock? Well, now my curiosity has been piqued. What's the band? Yeah. Look out, you're gonna crash. Ah! Snaps back to neutral. I love the face animations in Sonic Adventure. So dreadful. I love it. Hold on to what if? Is that what he said? On the edge of tomorrow. It's so good, man. Damn. Go. Needed to watch more Halloween movies tonight, but maybe Sonic 3 gotta have a quick viewing. I haven't seen any of the Sonic movies, believe it or not. They seem really fun. And all the friends that all my friends who are Sonic fans seem to love them. Even in spite of a human main character, almost 90s-esque plot. Five Iron Friends. Hold on a second. Let me go back to, you know, it doesn't feel like a spooky playlist, so Pumpkin Hill. Got to do a little bit of Pumpkin Hill, you know what I mean? Yeah. I'm just gonna creep, you know. I'm not gonna let it get to me. Somewhere. Here we go. Let me read up real quick. Dan at Kenj, Five Iron Frenzy. They started as a Christian band in the early aughts. There we go. But one by one, they became atheists, and somehow instead of breaking up, they just transitioned to being secular without falling apart. Dude, I like that they've never shied away from topics you'd expect to hear from someone like RATM, etc. How many ska bands have songs dedicated to criticizing police brutality? It seems like a pretty compatible vibe, but I don't know offhand how many. We like them. It's a guilty pleasure in the house. Ham, yeah. Dan, I like the first Sonic movie. The second one was decent. I couldn't make it through the third movie. Ooh, I see. Hobby Ham, I like the third one. Keanu's shadow was so enjoyable. I bet. On paper, I should like the third one, said Dan. Ham, the Knuckles TV show was utterly unwatchable, except one quick, incredible puppet music video? That's unexpected. Lol, whereas I enjoyed the show, said Dan. Ooh, we're at odds. Who do I believe? Kenjamin, Goldfinger is pretty anti-establishment. Interesting.
Goldfinger, he's the man.
Boom, boom, wing, ding, ding. Oh, yeah. This song's really good. I love the fact that it's... If you look at the names of the songs, it's all like Escape from the City, ellipses for city escape. The Mad Convoy Race, ellipses for city escape. Like, it's so funny. Let me just go back to Escape from the City so we can get this party back on the right foot.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god. Good idea. Good idea, Ham.
Follow my rainbow. Moving ahead.
Main guy's terrible. I wanted to strangle him, said Ham. Dan at Hobby Ham. He made me feel he made it for me. It almost felt like dodgeball at a lot of times and how ridiculous it was. Lo-fi hip-hop beats to work/study to. Yeah. I just found him to be such a terrible actor. Oh, he absolutely is a bad actor. Zero disagreement there. Okay, interesting. Interesting.
Make it through. Follow me. Oh yeah.
James Marsden did no favors to Cyclops. Ooh. Sometimes for me at least, the right bad actor can make a thing enjoyable in its own way. I mean, that's how I feel about... I mean, you know how I feel about dog shit dubs by now. He certainly did not, though. Yeah, no, I know nothing about James Marsden. I don't remember the names of like, most things. I'm pretty much only... I only got it if it's like Japanese character designers or composers. I don't know why. My particular brand of neurodivergence will adhere to that shit like no other.
Oh yeah.
I think I'm gonna switch it up a little bit in terms of what I want from the color for this. Hobbyham, my brain is cursed to know every celebrity's name and business. I wonder what I could know if the space was free. I feel that way about Pokemon shit, because I remembered way too much shit about Pokemon. Well, you know Christopher Walken, so there's some recollection. Yeah, but I mean, like, when I was growing up, there was, like, I don't know, I feel like celebrities and their works were more interesting. And even then, I didn't pay attention to that shit at all. But I don't know. I have that, but I can't remember real people's names to save my life. Yeah. I get that. Nah, I don't like it. I'm just switching colors around at this point. It's one of the chaos fights, I think. Man, I really got to learn how to slap bass. I really, really do. It's stupid how much I have to at this point. I just haven't bothered. Oh man, thankfully I can, and people are always super pleased when I can remember who they are from their applications. Oh wow. Okay. Alpha lock. Nothing tickles people like reciting their address at them when they introduce themselves. Oh wow. I've had a couple of, when I was working in hospitality, I had a couple of people who genuinely almost fell over when I pronounced their last name properly because they're traveling from overseas. And I'm very, very Caucasian, as you can see. So, like, the idea of me pronouncing their name perfectly, especially if it's like an entire alphabet long, they're like, oh, wow, you did that so well. I'm like, thank you. And it makes people feel super welcome, too. Oh, no. Dan, did you ever see Christopher Walken in the 1980s Puss in Boots live-action musical? The dancing in that movie is why he was chosen to do the Weapon of Choice music video. He was phenomenal in that video, too. That's crazy. He's a great dancer. I'm going to adjust the colors for this part real quick. I'm just gonna do this. Fuck it, fuck it, fuck it. I'm an animator. Do it again is my entire job description. Oh, you did that drawing? Yeah, you like it? Do it again. Oh yeah, you did that drawing? Do it again. Keep doing it until it looks like a good thing. Does it look good? No? Do it again. Oh my god. Please. Please release me. Nope. This is your life. You must. I'll do the skull even better this time. Definitely channeling the Rebellion design a little bit from DMC. I feel like I can't even say DMC because the association with that abbreviation is so strongly with that dog shit self-insert, basically fan fiction game. I saw some designs for Virgil from that game when I was looking up Devil Triggers for making paint schemes for my Armored Core robots. Oh, hey! What's up, Elemental Father? I was like, that didn't sound like part of the Sonic soundtrack. Welcome! What's up, everybody? Good to see you, good to see you. DMC makes me think of embroidery thread. Interesting. It's great to see y'all. Welcome, welcome. Make yourselves comfortable. I'm about 3 minutes away from my usual ending time, but I started super late, so I was going to go a little bit longer. So make yourselves comfortable. I'll probably be going for a little bit longer yet. Really great to see y'all. Thanks for the raid. Pretty good, man. Pretty good. I'm designing my own interpretation of a Manticore. I had this idea in mind for a minute. I'm just finally, making a sort of proper design sheet for it. And it's going pretty well. How you doing, man? What were y'all streaming? I've been so bad about attending my friends' streams with any regularity recently. I'm sorry, man. I wish I could be at more of them. I'll try to make it to the next one if the stars align for scheduling. I know the lyrics to this song. It's crazy. Let's do. I Kind of sounds like Thriller, doesn't it? A little bit. Something about how aggressive that spoken word is. I was playing Alchemy Factory. Oh, cool. Doing good, man. Loving that you're using the art section. It's nice to see an artist post real art, my dude. Hell yeah, dude. Thank you, man. Means a lot. You know, dude, I just finished a big ass commission, and I'm about to be ready to accept more. So like you mentioned, doing some emotes and stuff. I would love to take care of that for you. Just let me know. But yeah, man, I really gotta show people what's up. You know, do proper art properly. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But that means a lot, man. Thank you for saying that. I think that's pretty good. I gotta draw this dude's face, and and per Dan's request, I'm gonna make his face Christopher Walken. So I'm gonna try to find some reference material real quick. Oh no! Now I'm gonna have to stab you with my tail. Make it nice and lethal looking. Yeah, it's like Christopher Walken at the end of The Deer Hunter. Okay, all right, let's do it. Okay, can I make a silly request for the Walken Manticore? Okay, sure. What's up? We already got one. Let's compound it. Go ahead. I just spelled Christopher with swapping the R and the I, dude. Or Sleepy Hollow Christopher Walken. Christopher Walken core. Manticore. So oh fuck. Walken Deer Hunter. What is your silly request, Kenjamin? Oh man. Oh, he's got the headband too. No wonder bro was Kojima-san was inspired. If you want, would you be willing to put a gold watch around the base of the tail? No. I will not. Just kidding. I'll do it on a separate layer. I had this watch, this uncomfortable piece of metal, on my ass for 20 years or however long it was. That was actually the scene where I realized that Walken has like a very specific like gait, you know what I mean? Like where it's like there's like a progression, you know what I mean? Where it's like he starts down here and when he's talking normally, it sounds pretty average, and then the more excited he gets, the more Walken-esque he becomes slowly but surely. Cadence, that's the word. Thank you. Welcome. Awesome. Okay, great. Moxie's back from her appointment. That was what I was kind of using as the timer for the extension that I was doing. So, lamentably, you're going to have to wait to see this in all of its glory in the Discord, where I will post it when it's done. But it's looking pretty good so far. I think it's a pretty strong. I think it's a pretty strong design. Little bit of fun stuff. No, but okay. I respect your autonomy. Thank you. But I will absolutely finish this and post it to the Discord. As long as we get to see the this beauty in its completed state. I mean, honestly, when I got this late of a start, I knew that I probably wouldn't be actually completely finishing anything. But I'm happy with what we ended up getting done. Well, thank you guys so much for hanging out. Finish him. It's been great. It's been great hanging, great chatting about media and such. Thank you so much for the bits, for the raids, for the subs, all the good stuff. It's a nice stream. I'm feeling the love. But alas, I must leave you for the day. Let me turn down the Sonic. It's really loud, even with my slightly lowered volume. There we go. Oh my God, I can hear myself think a little bit. Sorry, Crush 40. You're crushing my neurons. Well, those of you who don't know, my name is Nathan Blackwood, aka Blackvoots. I'm an artist, animator, musician, and gamer. All sorts of other stuff, but those are the main things. If you would like to, follow me various places. Here are my links. If you're not already following on Twitch and you have any interest, I do. I have a human name. Yeah, it's my musician name. If you want to find my music itself under Nathan Blackwood, you can call me Nathan if you want, but Black is fine. There it is. That's my most recent single. It's kind of like a jazz ballad. There's also kind of like a more chill, kind of vibey R&B-ish. Not quite. It's like indie, dark indie. I don't know what you want to call it, but it's there on Spotify and Bandcamp. The more Spotify fucks around, the more I favor Bandcamp. Blackfoot is a child. They're a mother. They're a sinner. They're a saint. They do not feel shame. That's true. I was a theater major. I don't have the capacity for shame anymore. If you want to support me and have the means, those are the places to do it. Slowly going to be opening up commissions again, but DM me if you want anything specific. And last but not least, the aforementioned Discord, where you will see my finished product, you see my art in general, and hang out with all these beautiful people. That's the place to do it. And now I must away. So I will see you guys later. No time for rating. I'm just going to dip. Thank you again. See you on Friday for Freaky Friday, where we will possibly finish Signalis. No, wait a minute. No stream this Friday. It's Halloween. Fuck that shit. All right. Have fun. Take care. Adieu. Bye.